Welcome in to Fantasy AI. All right, back in the computer room today. We're going to look at some running back value shopping. We're looking for a bargain. Prices are up. Hey, we like to do some value shopping on running backs. So let's take a look at this first. Here are some of the running backs that had a great second half. No surprise, top two on the list, McCaffrey and Williams from Los Angeles. But I want to focus in on these other three on the list. James Conner, Devin Singletary, and Brian Robinson from Washington. All had great second halves. So moving on here, let's get started right here with the running back value shopping. First up, we have Ezekiel Elliott in Dallas, currently ranked 37th, right? So they come in with a middle of the road running schedule, but the team has the number 5 offense. So you're taking Ezekiel Elliott from New England's bottom offense to putting him on one of the top offenses. All right. Dallas likes his versatility. Are they going to run? They're going to pass. You don't key it off by him being in there because you can see right there that he had 313 yards receiving last year, a couple touchdowns, but that was in limited play last year. Now, he did, you can see here, here's his weekly. You can see how he did each week. Had 20 carries only once, but hey, he was sharing last year and brought in there to share. Had his 1 year in New England. He's back. But he was getting action last year. And you can see there that he played every week. He stayed healthy. All right. So 33rd finish last year. And now he's going to be I don't know about one, but he's going to be one of the focus, certainly near the goal line as one of the running backs. And they got him ranked 37th. I think that's, I don't know about that. Let's move on. No real competition here. I mean, Deuce Vaughn, not going to take the goal lines. Royce Freeman, I think they brought in. And you had this Dowdell from last year. But right off the gate, I think that he's a bargain. Hey, we'll see how they do. But right now, unless there's anything changes or something happens in preseason, you're getting possibly the team's number 1 running back on the team's offense is number 5. Whew. I think that's worth something at 37th. I mean, just for the touchdowns. Moving on. Hey, do you guys like to play the lottery? We're all looking for a good lottery ticket. And maybe Blake Corum could be. They got him ranked 42nd. There's no real stats from last year to go over, but let's take a look here. They have the 19th running schedule. Not the best, but hey, it's bottom half, I guess, but not too bad. Team offense is the number 7th offense. We all saw what Kyren Williams did last year. Well, he's going to be the number 2 back there. So on a good offense, he might be the lottery ticket. All right. And at the 42nd ranked running back, that might be a pretty good place to put buy a lottery ticket. Ooh, Kyren Williams has a little foot issue in the OTAs, isn't really participating. He broke that foot in college, I believe. So it's not too far-fetched that Blake Corum could get in there on the number 7 offense and have some meaningful time. All right. Boy, I don't know. I kind of like that. Moving on. Next up is Brian Robinson Jr., right? He comes in ranked 39th. He finished 21st last year. All right. And let's take a look here. This is his weekly. Look at that. He missed 3 weeks. Oh, no, one of those was probably a bye week, so he only missed 2 weeks. But you can see there, his average on that green bar is almost top 20 there. Well, would stand to reason he finished 21st in the finish, but he missed a couple games. And that's a pretty good, respectable 11-point average there. So let's go through here. They got the 15th, that bottom half running schedule. Remember on that first slide I showed you, he was one of the top 3 or top 10 in the second half last year. Now, the team has the 24th offense. Maybe that gets better. I mean, hey, things can go up. Austin Eckler's there. He's going to be. They have him at 34th. They have him ahead of Brian Robinson's Jr. here. You know that Eckler's most rushing yards in 1 year so far has been 915. He's been around a while too. So he's never had 1,000 yards. And a new head coach. So, hey, maybe some things change around there on offense. Maybe they run some stuff different. But, wow, you're getting Brian Robinson Jr., who averaged 11 points a game and finished 21st last year at 39th. You know, are you worried about Eckler? Yes, but is he going to be the receiving back? And they use, I don't know. But, hey, let's not forget about Robinson. He had 368 yards and 4 touchdowns receiving last year. So he can do it too. So the whole thing there is just like we were talking about there. You can put him in on the receiving or the passing downs. Very versatile. And Austin Eckler, I don't know if he's in his 10th year, but he's been around a while. He gets misses a little time. Well, Brian Robinson Jr. could be doing all of it. And you're getting it for a 39th pick? Crazy. Give me some of that. Moving on. Next up, we have number 8 is Raheem Mostert. Finished second in fantasy last year. Got him currently ranked 29th. All right. Whoa, let's take a look here. Run schedule for next year is the 18th, middle of the road. What we like there is the team's number 1 offense. All right. Miami was the number 1 offense last year. So things are going to happen. What do you think? That's how he powered him to his 21 touchdowns last year. Look at that fantasy average, 16.31. Only one better is Christian McCaffrey. And yes, it's all because of those 21 touchdowns, but hey, Miami's going to have a dynamic offense again this year. And hey, you're going to move him down to the 29th? Yes, there's some competition. I mean, yes, we've all heard of Devin A-Chain last year. They got him ranked 16th. They put Mostert out to pasture, and they got him ranked 29th. Now, they did bring in this rookie, Jalen Wright, but right out of the gates here, I'm talking for a 30 or 29th investment. Oh my gosh, he could get a touchdown a game. You just don't know. He was the second in fantasy last year. So I'm not going to give up on him that quick. I'd take him as 29th. That's some good value there. All right, moving on. Najee Harris showing up on the value list. Well, you'd say, wait a minute. He finished 20th last year, and they got him ranked 19th. How's that a value? Well, things have changed a little bit, maybe. They've got the number 1 easiest run schedule for this next year. All right? I like that. Now, nowhere to go but up on that team's 25th offense. How are they going to improve on that offense? Well, proof quarterback threat. Not sure if it's going to be Russell Wilson or Justin Fields, but hey, some improvement there at the quarterback position would certainly help out. Could really help him. Najee Harris ain't coming from nowhere. He's had, out of his first 3 seasons, he's had 1,000 yards in all 3. Now, Pittsburgh did decline their 5th-year option on him. Gonna wait and see. You know how he does in this Arthur Smith's new offense. So you got him coming in. What's Arthur Smith like to do? Got booted out of Atlanta because he likes to run the ball. All right? And Arthur Smith does like to platoon a little bit too. That running back position. And who's looming there? Jalen Warren. They got him ranked 36th right now. So, hey, I just can't get, I like that run schedule. The easy schedule, improved quarterback play. You know, I'm liking maybe some Najee Harris here at 19. I just thought that was some good value. You know, that's one of your second round running backs. Get him in there early enough. It could be your third. But I think there's some value there. Moving on. How about James Conner in Arizona? Well, he's not coming out of anywhere. He finished nowhere. He finished 15th last year in fantasy. All right? Let's take a look at this. He missed, 4 games? You see the 4 games he missed? Look at all that bell cow, all the other. Look at all those carries. The other weeks. This is the amount of carries he's getting. So, no surprise that, and the 4 games are what's important here. He finished 15th. You see the average? Average is 13.42. One of the best. All right. So let's see here. They got the 20. Now, I don't like the 24th run schedule, but hey, they're going to be up and down weeks, possibly. Team offense, hey, can improve. They did take this Trey Benson, out of 35th. He's ranked currently. So, hey, but what? Kyler Murray, could he stay healthy and help improve that offense? Yes, I think he could. What about bringing in this Marvin Harrison Jr.? Could that help improve the offense? Yes, I think it could. But you got someone who finished 15th last year. They got him ranked 22nd. And there's a good chance the team improves for the next year. And he missed 4 games last year. Hey, I like James Conner. Good value there. Let's move on. How about Samir White? They're in Vegas. The Raiders. We don't know much about him. But what we do is he came in, he didn't get to play until the last 4 weeks. You can see maybe 1 or 2 carries a week up until then. But when he took over at the end, you can see it was all him. It's one of the things we like about the lead back there, too. If you watch my lead back video, if you didn't, go look. But Las Vegas likes to give that lead back a lot of carries. So, hey, we see that there. But anyway, he didn't have much there. He had all those came in the last 4 games. So, and his average is terrible because he didn't do anything this first 12 games. All right. So, what do we got here? 13th run schedule. Like that. Team offense, well, don't like that so much, but hey, all they can do is get better, right? How about Josh Jacob? He's gone in Green Bay, so you don't have him to worry about. They did bring in Alexander Madison, kind of career backup there. And yes, there's no doubt that there's a big question mark on this Zamir White. And 17th, that's a little rich for a question mark. But boy, I like some of the upside things there. So just got to keep an eye on him. We can see what happens if he looks sluggish or doesn't look good in preseason. Hey, we'll adjust these accordingly. Yes, but right now, you might be getting a value here. He'd be the team's number 1 running back. So we'll have to see. That's what's so great. And this is early, but we got to see that preseason to see how things are looking. They got to decide on a quarterback there. So they got 2 good receivers. Moving on. Let's move on to L.A. Chargers and Gus Edwards here. All right, he finished 14th last year. Got him ranked 33rd. What do we like about him? Well, let's take a look at that run schedule. Number 4. We love that. Now the team's offense, but that could change. We got a new head coach in there, Jim Harbaugh. And when they signed him, Gus Edwards, the GM described him as a bell cow back. Now, they might just say that on all the signees, but hey, they were looking at him to run the ball. Got Justin Herbert as a quarterback. Hey, that's solid. You could do some question at receiver, but hey, it isn't going to be the quarterback bringing them down so much. Got a new rookie, Vidal, coming in as the presumed backup. J.K. Dobbins, that's why we got to watch preseason. See what happens there. Is he healthy? Is he going to be able to make it? But, thing stands out. Here's the number 4 run schedule. And you're getting 33rd ranked. That's free. You're getting him for next to nothing. He could be the number 1 running back there. And he's got the 4th easiest schedule. And I assume they're going to run the ball a lot. So, boy, that's some good value there with Gus Edwards. I'd take that. Moving on. How about Zach Moss in Cincinnati? Just got traded there. Now, we'll look over some of this. He's got the 14th running schedule there. Team's offense was 23rd. Somehow I got to believe that's going to get better with the weapons there. We know about the weapons on offense. Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. They're not going to be focusing on Zach Moss. Oh, let's stop Zach Moss. No, I don't think that's going to be the defensive plan. So, boy, coming in 26th ranked. Let's take a look at some of his numbers last year. Obviously, he was early on. Jonathan Taylor missed out early, and Zach Moss was in there. Look at all those carries already. Now, he faded towards the end of the year when Jonathan Taylor came back and took over. But while he was in there, he was doing great. Now, that's going to bring his average down a little bit. We could look at his average here, but at only 10 points. But, hey, that was a lot of times he's playing second fiddle to Jonathan Taylor there at the end. So that brings down the average. But what else do we have here? We have Joe Mixon's gone, is in Houston. Oh, like I said, the focus is going to be elsewhere. They're not going to be zeroing in, hey, let's stop Zach Moss. Chase Brown, competition there. Now they're going to try to see what he can do. That's why I want to see me some preseason before we get into heavy rankings here. But all right, middle of the road thing. But 26th on a good team. We assume their offense is going to get better. Joe Burrow can stay healthy. But it might be some place just for the touchdowns alone. You know, right there coming in 26th ranked. Like me some Zach Moss. Moving on. Now, if you've watched some of my videos, you're going to say like I'm a broken record here, but I love me some David Montgomery. All right, let's take a look at this last year. He's missed 3 games, right? Missed 3 games. Look at all those carries. Oh, what about Gibbs, though? Jahmyr Gibbs, look who got all the rushing. All right, well, we can go through some of those. What we liked about him, though, was those 13 touchdowns in 14 games. That's a touchdown a game. Look at that average. 13.8. I think that was 5th best in the league, average. Because you're getting a touchdown a game to start with, then throwing 60 yards and you're already at it. 70 yards, you're at it. You get us a touchdown a game. Jamar Williams did it the year before. So, gotta like that. The team offense is the number 3 offense. Now, we ain't going to be at the end of the year be surprised. Oh, Detroit had a good offense. No, this is 4th the year before, 3rd last year. It means a lot of touchdowns, right? And who's the touchdown back? David Montgomery. Touchdown a game. And guess what? Golf isn't going to be stealing any, right? Golf doesn't run many touchdowns and doesn't run at all, right? So, yes, Jahmyr Gibbs might be the receiving back. I still got David Montgomery down as that lead touchdown back. So 20th, I'll take him. And moving on, my number 1 is Devin Singletary. All right, what do we like about him? Well, we like that 10th rushing schedule. That's pretty nice. Team offense. Now the Giants have nowhere to go but up with that 30th ranked team offense. Maybe Neighbors, the receiver, comes in and helps him there. But second half, you saw that he was on the lead slide there, that he was one of the top second halves last year, Singletary. Let's take a look at that. Boy, once they stopped sharing with Pierce, you can see he got all the carries at the end and held up. He was like one of the lead backs. He had, on the lead backfield, he had 4 20-plus games there, you can see. Whew. So we like that. And now there have been some noise in the OTAs about this Tyrone Tracy coming in. And he's currently ranked 44th. In the last video I said he doesn't have many college carries. You know, I had a lot of surprise. And there's been some noise here lately. This Gray, who averaged 2.8 attempt last year, is getting some noise out of OTAs. They're all just trying to find contrary to Singletary here. But, boy, I like me some Devin Singletary right now as one of the lead sleepers. You can see they got him ranked 31st. Well, he played half the games last year. And you can see how he did. He's had a strong second half. So he gets in there and finds himself as the number 1 running back on a team that has an easy run schedule. I'm going to like that. All right. So moving on. These are some of the values here, right? We like these running back values because what if you go with one of those quarterbacks? You take a quarterback first. You're going to want to do that, and then you're going to get some of these easy values, right? All right, if you're liking what you're seeing, please hit that like and subscribe. Hit me the thumbs up. All right, this is where I like to fill my shorts. I'm going to fill my shorts. This is warning. Let's do some running back value shopping. Start off with Ezekiel Elliott's back in Dallas and the number 5 offense. That's pretty low at 37. Blake Corum could be your lottery ticket for next year. Comes in 42nd. Brian Robinson Jr., don't sleep on him. Comes in 9th. Mostert, finished 2nd. Got him ranked 29th for next year. Top offense. Najee Harris comes in ranked 19th. Good value there. James Conner, 13.4 average last year. One of the best. Comes in number 6. Zamir White, big question mark there in Vegas, but he's the new lead back. Gus Edwards, new lead back in the Chargers. Comes in ranked 33rd. Zach Moss, new surroundings in Cincinnati. How's he going to do next year? Ranked 3rd. And how about Montgomery, the touchdown back in Detroit, the team number 3 offense? Gotta like him there. And Singletary, strong second half last year. Looks good this year, ranked 31st. I'll take it.